Hi, Gemini. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we are going to continue on talking about new love and your soulmate by looking at what's going on with you and them in a spread this week, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. So, overall energy for this week's reading is the Parish card. It is Scorpio energy. It is talking about, a transformation, okay? I feel like you have left a lover behind here, okay? And some of you may still be looking back, because like this woman is looking back at her person. Guys, make it fit. Switch the roles, okay? But there is a transformation that has occurred in your love life, okay? Or it's underway. Then we've got the King of Wands showing up here, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This to me speaks of the preparation of you coming together with this, with this new person and them preparing to come together with you. Underneath this is the Chariot card. This is Cancerian energy. It is talking about you overcoming obstacles, overcoming whatever blocks that may be standing in your way, any healing, anything that you have to do, being successful so you can move forward in this connection. And with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like both you and this new person are willing to put in the work in order to have the type of relationship you want to have, okay? It's going to involve you with the World card, overcoming personal, challenges and opening up new doors and opportunities for yourself, because you are recovering. Both of you are recovering from some type of heartbreak with the Five of Cups, okay? All right, so we're going to start by clarifying the Parish card. Okay. Okay, when it comes to your person, this is a lot of, karma and lessons for them when it comes to this situation. And then they've got the substances affecting your life card. So that is what is the transformation that they're going through right now. Okay, they have lessons that they have to learn, and it is also about some type of substance issue. Okay, they are working on that. When it comes to you, you're showing up with the recognition card. So this is talking about soul recognition, about your soul recognizing your persons and vice versa. All right. Then we also have the thinking card that fell here. Okay. So it's talking about, your person missing you, craving and desiring you. And I feel like you crave and desire this person too. And there is a level of missing them, even though the two of you have not met. Well, you may have met in the 3D, but you have not come together in a relationship yet, or started to date, or formed, any type of activation yet. But I feel like it is because, both of your souls recognize each other. That's why you, even though you may not even know who your person is yet, I feel like you know who they are energetically, and you're missing them, craving them, and desiring them. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the card that we have that represents your love for your person, okay, it doesn't have to be, where you're at now. This could be talking about when you get into a connection with this person. We've got the Moon card. This is Cancer and Pisces energy. This can talk about secrets, and I feel like it could speak of like possibly you holding yourself back emotionally, and Spirit is not wanting you, is not recommending that you do that. Like I said, they're telling you to go slowly, but you still need to let this person know how you feel. Okay. We got the dark night of the soul coming up. Some of you are going through the dark night of the soul. I call it D-knots sometimes. So if you hear me say D-knots, that's what I'm talking about. So with the dark night of the soul, like I said, my heart goes out to y'all. I know it is a very scary, a very crazy thing to go through. But when you come out on the other side, there are a lot of rewards. You are going through the transformation. That's why this card is showing up. Okay. It is part of your ascension. Okay. All right. And if for those of you that don't know what dark night of the soul is, this is like a spiritual depression. Okay. You get a lot of the same symptoms that you get with regular depression, but it's spiritual. It's like you don't want to do anything. You just don't care about anything, and you're just going through. It's just a part of your ascension where you're morphing and changing into the new person that you're becoming. Okay. All right. Hold on. So we've got the walking away card showing up here. It's saying walking away isn't failing. It's choosing yourself. When the path no longer serves you, it's time to move on. So I feel like for a lot of you, this could have been what sparked the dark night of the soul, is the fact that you had to walk away from somebody who was mistreating you. Okay. All right. Let me get. So when it comes to your person and what represents their love for you, we've got the Three of Pentacles. So this person wants to come together. They want to build with you. They want compromise. You know, you and this person for both of you to be on the same page when it comes to what you want to build, when it comes to this connection. They want to have teamwork and for the two of you to work together. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Three of Pentacles. Pentacles. Okay, so this person is working to regain control of themselves and of their life. Things may have spiraled out of control because remember, we've got the substances affecting your life card here. I'm just, bringing that back, bringing that to mind so you'll know what what Spirit is talking about when they're talking about regaining control. And then we have the silence card here. It says, oh, excuse me. We have the silence card here. It says frozen, no words, stone wall. So, this could be your person basically silencing, giving their ex the silent treatment. Okay. Or there could be people in their lives in which they're doing that. Or this could be them trying to regain control under the cover of silence, and nobody knows what they're doing until now, actually. Okay. All right. Let me get this other card here. So we've got, unspoken feelings. So that's what Spirit is talking about, that the fact that they're holding in their feelings for you right now because they're waiting for Spirit to give them the go ahead. So it says you're not imagining the undercurrent. There's an emotional charge here that no one's fully naming yet. Okay. So this person hasn't, for a lot of you, your person hasn't told you how they, fully told you how they felt yet. For others of you, this is talking about both of you haven't spoken your feelings to each other yet. Okay. Because some of you haven't even met yet. Okay. Or your person may know of you, but you don't know of them. Let me say that. They have not come forward for you to know who they are. Okay. So the next, placement we're going to talk about is how does your past affect your current relationship, or how will your past affect this connection? I'm doing this for those of you who are already in a connection with your new person and for those of you who have yet to come forward. So we're talking about both at the same time. So when it comes to how your past affects it, we've got you showing up as the Nine of Cups here and the Four of Wands. So what Spirit is saying is that, what you went through in the past with these relationships is teaching you how to stand in your power and know your worth. Okay. And to, just be all about you. And then with the Four of Wands, it's leading you to marriage, commitment, celebration, all of these things with the, stability with the Four of Wands. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, please. Yeah. It's about you, having a fresh new start when it comes to your love life. And I feel like in all areas of your life, not just your love life. And then we've got the playing games card showing up here. Is saying they've got game, but is it real? Keep your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. So this is Spirit telling you to slow down when you start to meet people, because for some of you, it's not going to just be, this other person who we not even call the TF. Oh, twin flame, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. And then this new soulmate. There may be other options, okay? Because like, for instance, Taurus always has a lot of options. So Gemini, you may have a lot as well. And Spirit is telling you to use discernment. And just because somebody walks into your life and is nice to you, that does not mean that is your soulmate. So you need to be listening to your intuition, using your discernment, and you will be getting guidance from Spirit as well, okay, from your spiritual team. Okay, so the next placement or next question we're going to look at is, how does your person's past, your soulmate's past, affect you know, how is that going to affect the relationship when the two of you come together, or, you know, for those of you who are already currently together. Okay, so what we have showing up is the Seven of Swords, okay? And we've got the Ace of Cups. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is because of, you know, the deception, the lies, and all the things that your person has gone through, you know, they are trying to put that behind them, okay? And they're planning on how to approach you with this Ace of Cups, with their cup of love, okay? They realize that they've been through a lot, but as I've told you before in the past, this person knows that you're the one, and they're ready to, you know, to move forward when the time comes, okay? But like I said, they're still, you know, focusing on what they need to focus on while the two of you are in separation. Okay, so you left quite an impression on this person. And we have distracted showing up. It says sidetracked, change, delays. So there are delays, okay, in this connection, because like I told you, your person's got some things they need to focus on. And I'm sure there are things that you need to focus on as well, Gemini, okay, because we've had some things come up in the past for you. So if you've gotten through those, Spirit is just telling you to, you know, look at other things that you can be, you know, you can be working on, because this is not you healing just to be in a relationship. It's supposed to be you healing because it's about you, okay? Because you gotta put the focus on yourself first and foremost, okay? All right. Then we have divine timing, our favorite card, right? Showing up. So it's saying things may be slow, may feel slow or uncertain, but the universe is right on time. Love is unfolding exactly when it's meant to. So even though there are delays, Spirit is telling you that everything is on track the way it's supposed to be, okay? So let me tell you this. This may not you know, resonate with everyone, but for some of you, you know, it could be that your twin is trying to throw a wrench into this, you know, reunion with your soulmate, okay? And I say reunion because you had a past life with this person, because they're trying to come back into your life any way that they can. So, you know, I've been hearing stuff from Spirit about, you know, spells and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not, let me say this, I'm woo-woo, but I'm not somebody that talks about stuff like that. And I don't even like to watch readings where other readers talk about that. I don't like it. But if I'm saying it, it's because it's coming up in the cards, okay? So it didn't come up specifically in your reading, but I have to put that out there because it's come up in the past, okay? So I'm just letting you know there could be some type of stuff being done to try to put the kibosh on you and this person coming together. So just so that you keep that in mind, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, the next placement we're going to talk about is the card that represents your love together right now. Hold on. Okay, so we have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles showing up here. Okay, so I feel like what Spirit is saying is that you're both recovering from being left out in the cold, you know, left on red, ghosted, all of these things. You're recovering from the trauma, and you will be stepping into, and like I said, the new relationship where everything is, you know, there's stability, there's love, there is, you know, groundedness, all of these things, and, you know, long-term potential. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, so we got stuck on your side and we have fear on your person's side. So your person's got to work through whatever fears they have left when it comes, but I don't feel like it has to do with you. I feel like it has to do with what happened with that last person they were with, okay? And then for you, stuck, this is talking about limiting beliefs. So whatever ways, whatever stories you're telling yourself that's going against this connection, you got to stop doing that, Gemini, and start to, you know, tell yourself talk about what it is you want to happen, because that's how you bring stuff about. Okay. Like people that have goals or they have dreams and they accomplish certain things is because they dared to believe. Okay. And people, that may sound cheesy, it may sound corny, but it's the truth. This is how the world works. If you want things to go negatively, then continue to speak negatively. But if you're wanting things to start to work out for you, you have to tell a different story, because every time you tell that negative story, you identify with that and it starts to play out exactly the way it is you want it to. Okay. Let me tell you this. I remember I had read this story. I had read this book by Florence Scovel Shinn. She's like the affirmation lady, like back in the day, like back in the, I think the 1800s or whatever. She was one of the pioneers of the affirmations, like saying the affirmations and things like that. So she had this book. I can't remember which one it was that I read. In this book, she tells this story about a woman who, she was rich, right? She was rich. She had all this money. And for some reason, I don't know if she just was going through a period of negativity, or, it was a thing. I don't know. But anyway, she started to say negative shit about herself and about money, and saying how, something about her going broke and all this kind of shit. And then it ended up happening. So I'm saying all of this to say, I know it's like a reach there, but I'm saying all of this to say, Spirit is giving it to me to talk about, so I'm talking about it. It's what you say to yourself. And then and that's why I repeat a lot when I read. Okay. Tarot card readers repeat anyway. But I try to repeat a lot of the things because I want you to pick up what the hell I'm putting down, and to realize that the same way you got to whatever negative experience you're having in whatever area of your life you're having it in, you can use that same thing. You can reverse engineer it and take yourself to where you want to go. Okay. So whereas, the lady was talking about, oh, she was going to go broke. You need to just be like, oh, my money's just getting, just an example. My money's just getting better and better every day. I get more and more money every day. It might not, the first time you say it, you might not see a difference. But if you repeat it to yourself, or every time you think about your money, let me tell you this. Let's talk about this real quick. Okay, so I don't remember where this happened. This was something, because I read a lot of stuff, so sometimes I can't keep up with where I get the story from. But there was something that I read where I had there was this story where this guy, he was in a cab or something like that, and he had like a laptop or something. He lost it in the car. And I remember in the story, he was talking to one of his friends or something like that. And his friend was like, this is what you do. He was like, you can get it back. This is what you do. He was like, every time you think about your laptop, you imagine or talk about somebody bringing it back to you. Oh, it's going to, such and such brought it back to me, or the cab driver brought it back to me, or whatever. Like you pick a story and you start to tell yourself the story. So basically the dude did that. And then some kind of way, the laptop ended up coming back. I've done that many times with things. Like I remember I was in New York City one time and I lost my headphones, the ones that come with the iPhone. I had lost them. And I remembered the last time I had them was in a bathroom at damn Port Authority in New York City. And I don't know, those of you who know about Port Authority know it's like millions of damn people come through Port Authority every day. And I remember thinking, I was like, I'm going to get my headphones back, because I remember that story that I just told you about the guy with the laptop. And I said, if he can get his laptop back, I know I can get my damn headphones back. And every time I thought about him, I was like, oh, I'm going to find him. I'm going to find him. I'm going to find him. And then like not the next day after I lost them, but the day after that, I got like a psychic hit. Like Spirit told me to go back to that bathroom where I was and to talk to the lady that worked there. So I talked to the lady and I say, I lost my headphones. I was like, did anybody turn any headphones in? I said, it's the white iPhone headphones or whatever. And she said, hold on. She went in her little closet or whatever, I guess where they keep the lost and found or whatever, and went right in there and found my damn headphones. So that's why I'm saying all of this to say, you can have whatever outcome you want, but you have to pick a story and fucking stick to it. You can't keep waffling. You can't one day be in love with the soulmate and it's the love of your life and you gonna have this beautiful life with them, and then the next day you on the outs and fuck this and I'm not doing this no more. I'm mad. I'm tired of waiting. You can't keep going back and forth. You gotta pick some shit and go with it. I ain't saying when you get upset you shouldn't have your feelings. Yeah, have your feelings. But as soon as you have that feeling and the wave passes, go back to telling the fucking same story you was telling before, because that is what it is. It's that 1 minute you if you of two minds about stuff, because like they always say that about y'all, right? I don't say that, but I hear that a lot when people talk about Geminis. They say they always can't never make up their mind and all this kind of stuff. And I don't say that because I feel like that is a disrespectful thing to say about somebody. But it's because y'all the twins. I guess that's why they say that. But what I'm saying is you got to stop this. You got to stop the swinging. You have to pick something and say, this is what it's going to be. Okay. Regardless of whatever happens in the 3D, this is what it's going to be. Okay. Cause there's another story. I remember where this guy was talking about being in this relationship with this other person. Right. And he said that he was affirming for this person, wanting to be with this person, right? He said the person even came to his face and told him that he didn't want to be in a relationship with him. But he kept saying it. I want to be with this person. I'm going to be with this person. I'm going to be with this person. And they ended up together. So I'm saying all of this to tell you, I'm giving you all these examples to tell you, stop talking against yourself. That's what I'm telling you about this card. Spirit is giving me all these things in my mind to tell you about, because you don't have to be stuck. You don't have to be like this damn truck in the mud or in whatever. Yeah, this dried out mud or the ground or whatever. You don't have to be like that. You can have what it is that you want, but you got to be disciplined. You have to tell your story. You have to stick to that story. Like I said, have your moment. If you have bad feelings, go ahead and have that moment. But as soon as that moment is over, go back to what you're doing, because at the end of the day, that's how you get what you're supposed, what it is you're wanting to have in this lifetime. And a lot of people, you're doing it, but you're doing it for shit that you don't want. So if you can do it for things that you don't want, why can't you do it for the things that you do? So that's what Spirit is trying to tell you. A lot of this is mindset. It's what you're thinking about. And if you been caught up all your life in not having the type of relationships you want to have, a lot of it is subconscious programming. And once you start to change it, that's how you start to change it, because that's what happens. That's how you learn what you learn. You hear your parents say something over and over again, or you see it play out over and over again, all these types of things. And then after a while, your subconscious mind starts to form an idea about certain things. And then once that happens, it's going to play out like that until you change it. And that's why I tell y'all, it's not your conscious mind. It's not what you're thinking consciously. It's like if you're trying to manifest something, the subconscious mind and the conscious mind have to be aligned. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. And I understand this is a tarot card reading, but this is about you getting what the fuck you want to. And you getting what you want. I don't care if it's a tarot card reading or not. It's manifestation, one-on-one, basically. Okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, here we go. Okay, so we've got, here it goes, feeling trapped. All right. It says, feeling trapped isn't part of the love deal. If there's no key in sight, it may be time to break free. This is about you breaking free of these things that are going on in your mind. Okay. Because until you break free of those, life is going to continue to play out in a way that you don't want it to play out. Okay. All right. Let's see. The next card we're going to look at, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is the card that represents your love relationship with this soulmate in the future. Let's pull the cards for that. Okay, so what fell is the 6 of Wands, and we have the 10 of Wands. Okay, so I feel like in these things, Spirit is talking about, what you're leaving behind and where you're headed towards. So Spirit is telling you, in the future, the two of you are going to be leaving behind burdens. You're going to help each other to let go of things that baggage that you've been carrying around probably since, since the beginning, since you were old enough to pick up baggage. Okay. And then it's also about you, you know, being successful, having recognition, being with the love of your life, being with your dream person, you being with them and them being with you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. So your person, will be asking for guidance when they need it. And then we've got the summer card. This is the same card I think that fell for a Taurus. So Spirit is saying that either you're going to come into a committed relationship by summer, or for some of you, you may have met this person this past summer, this year, or for some of you, it could be that the two of you are coming together. We'll be meeting in the summertime. It's just going to be different for all of you. Okay. All right. Then we've got realizations. This is about, epiphanies, understandings, awakenings. Like I said, you having a lot of coming to Jesus moments now because you're ascending. And then we have boundaries. No drawing the line enough. And this is Spirit saying, you got to go into this connection ready to set your boundaries, ready to tell this person, how you want to be loved, basically. Okay. And them tell you the same thing so that, you're not starting off butting heads or stepping on each other's toes. Okay. All right. Get this other card. Okay. Yeah. Because see, you've got a secret admirer. That's what Spirit is telling you. They're saying there's someone in your orbit who's totally into you, but they haven't found the nerve to make a move. All right. Okay. Okay. Next question is the card that represents outside challenges you're going to need to overcome. Okay. Okay. So we have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We've got the Empress, Taurus, Libra, and we've got the Ten of Pentacles here. So I feel like what Spirit is saying is this is about the healing. Okay. About you, lighting your own path to get to this situation, to get to this energy where you stand in your own power, know your worth with the Empress, and you're more in touch with your softer side to be able to leave this legacy, to have this legacy, this family, with your significant other, with your soulmate. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. So yeah, it's about purging. Spirit is telling you, continue to purge the things you need to purge while you are in this separation period. Okay. And your person is going to continue to walk away from things they need to walk away from. Yeah. See, we've got loss, grief, depression. We know this because, we just talked about you going through the dark night of the soul. All right. And then we've got time. It says waiting, cycles, moments. So this is about just closing out those cycles and going through what you got to go through to be ready when the time comes. Okay. So we've got platonic passion. It says let me show you the card. It says you didn't see it coming, but your heart is waking up to something deeper. The line between friend and lover is starting to get blurry. So it's talking about, you and this person starting off as friends. That's why Spirit keeps saying, just go slowly. That this, you be friends with this person and allow it to play out, because it is eventually going to play out. Because like I said, y'all have a lot of passion, a lot of attraction towards each other. Okay. All right. So the last placement we're going to look at, or last question, is the cards that represent how you can strengthen your weaknesses as a couple. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the two cards that fell are the Two of Wands. Okay. And it's the Nine of Swords. So I feel like, Spirit is talking about what you need to do this is about you putting an end to the worry, the nightmares, the sleepless nights, all those things with the nine of swords. Nine of swords. And then with the two of wands, I feel like they're talking about distance, like not, well, it could be physical, but I feel like it's emotional distance, like opening up and being more intimate. So spirit is saying, you know, you gotta put an end to the worry. Stop worrying about things. Remember, I told you it's the story you tell. So you have to start, see, because some of y'all are afraid of third party. You're afraid of other motherfuckers coming in messing up your stuff, but it's you. You can't give these people power. When you talk about it, talk about somebody doing that, or there being a possibility of that happening. That's what makes it pop up. Hold on. Yeah. See, this is about you keeping yourself balanced, okay? Because the balance will help with the worry. Because a lot of this shit is learned behavior. You worrying is learned behavior. And then closing yourself off is because you've been hurt. But like I said, you can overcome these things. The Chariot card just fell not too long ago. So Spirit is telling you, you can overcome whatever blockages you feel like you have. You can overcome them. It may not be easy, but it's not, the most difficult thing in the world. Okay. So we've got the broken card showing up. It says shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. Okay. You can pull yourself up from this. Okay. Because both of y'all have had your heart broken more than one time. And I'm not trying to trivialize it or make light of it in any kind of way. But I'm telling you, Gemini, you are stronger than what you think you are. Okay. Then we've got cloudy judgment. It says illusions, unbalanced, distorted. This is about balance. Okay. Balancing yourself out, realizing that, as you heal yourself, the illusions and, the distorted thinking will come away. You're going to feel a certain kind of way. You're going to be jaded. You're going to have cloudy judgment after you go through hard things. But as you heal yourself, you will come out of it. Okay. All right. Ooh. Look, they had to come up, right? They couldn't take it. They had to show up, but we gonna throw that to the side. So you got somebody new coming, someone unexpected could soon shift your perspective on love. You're not done discovering what your heart is capable of. Okay. I feel like it's when you've gone through the most shit. That's when the surprises, the beautiful things come. Okay. And so you just don't give up, Gemini. Don't give up. Know that you can have what it is you want in this lifetime. And just ride with it. Just roll with it. You know what I hear? What is it? Steve Winwood? Just roll with it, baby. That's the song I hear in my head. That's what Spirit is telling you. Roll with it, baby. Just roll with it. Okay? All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit. So we have hurtful events. Okay? It says, as you navigate this challenging time, learn to let go of the past so it won't weigh you down. All right? Then we have fresh ideas. It felt like this, so we're going to read both sides of the card. It says fresh ideas, stay open-minded, inviting new perspectives to enrich your journey and spark creative solutions. Okay. Then we have worthy goal. Get out and be inspired to keep working towards your life's purpose. So Spirit is telling you, focus on you, love on you, be good to you. Okay. Do what you want the other person to do for you. Do it for yourself first. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. They're telling you they love you. I hear that song. What is that song back in the day? Oh God. I want your love. I need your love. It's is it Chic or whatever? It's the same people that sing Freak Out. It's like the old songs back in the day, 70s, I think. The 70s or early 80s. I think it's the 70s. Yeah. So hold on. Your person admires you. Okay. They say that they're starting to understand your connection. Hold on. Okay. They say they always will come back to you. Okay. You're truly their dream come true. Spirit is guiding them back to you. Okay. Which we know that because we talk about that all the time. Okay. You're everything this person needs and wants. They miss you more and more every day. And then it says, I'm trying to become the best version of myself for you. And let me get one more. Okay. Divine guidance. It says, I am amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. The divine is working behind the scenes for us. If you look back at our journey, you will see it too. I'll show it to you one more time. Okay. All right. So before you go, we are going to pull. Oh, wait, you had something else turn. Oh, Lord. Here you go again. Divine timing. So it says we are on the journey and the divine dance on the soul plane. It will manifest into the physical world in perfect divine timing. All we have to do is trust and have faith that all will work out beautifully. Okay. All right. Let's get this, these Lovers Oracle cards. See what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Hold on. I love these heart-shaped cards, but sometimes they're hard to shuffle. Okay, so we have, look, there it comes again. Secret admirers. The second time it's showing up. It says someone has deeper feelings for you than they're letting on. So your soulmate, they're keeping their cards close to the vest. Okay. Then we have, let me see, this card here. It says passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Okay. Then we have this one, and it says romance. Cupid's arrow strikes. Okay. All right. So your person should, may be coming soon for some of you. It's not going to apply to everybody. Okay. So I hope this helped, Gemini. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Gemini.